Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with the Cinnabar Island Bros here with your boy G the Rebel and my brother Jada the Bladed. Um, hey, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Just a little bit excited about what we got going on here for the 30th year anniversary. It's kind of crazy talking about it. I mean, we've been playing Pokemon since day one, so it's kind
Yeah,
of kind of crazy just to
yeah,
think there's 30 years of this.
yeah. I mean, I guess we so us in America. Did we have all 30? Because I mean, I didn't start playing when I was 2. I'm 32. I was like 5 or something.
I
So
mean, if you want to keep it 100, I think we got it in the West in 1998, I believe, and
that
Pokemon
makes
officially
sense.
came out in Japan in 96. So
Okay.
I guess you could say we missed the first 2 years. Well, the whole rest of the world missed the first 2 years. It was mainly to Japan, but
Yeah,
obviously when it came to the West, it became like a huge phenomenon. So
yeah,
and here we are. Fast forward 30 years later, I'm like, this is actually a thing.
yeah. It's weird to this is one of the few things in my life that I remember when the show just came out. I remember the first time playing the game. And
Yeah.
it's just crazy to be here now. So yeah, I'm
Nah,
excited to hear your thoughts, man. What do you think's gonna happen?
yeah, man. So yeah, guys, we're gonna just talk about like spitball what we think is gonna happen for the 30th year anniversary. They already revealed some stuff already. We got Pokemon Day coming up on Friday, Friday, February 27th. So we're gonna get a lot of information very soon. But honestly, man, I mean, well, first off, some of the things that they did introduce already, which is kind of interesting that they put this information out before Pokemon Day, was obviously they revealed that they're porting over Fire Red and Leaf Green to the
Yeah,
Switch 2, which people were speculating that some type of, I think a lot of people were speculating that maybe all the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games were going to come their way to the Switch in some way, shape, or form. Some people wanted it to be on like the Nintendo Online service,
I
which I
didn't.
mean, I think a lot of people that's fair, but they some people was like Pokemon prints money. They can make a lot more money if they sell it separately for more money,
Yeah,
which is what they did. And I'm like, it's interesting that they chose Fire and Leaf Green. I guess you got to always go back to Kanto, obviously, but they kind of already did red, blue, and yellow, and then back when the 20th year anniversary with the 3DS and everything. So I guess they were like, hey, we're going to give you the better version of Kanto for this time
yeah.
around. But yeah, no, but they obviously dropped that. They revealed they got this new Poketopia game. It's supposed to be Ditto
That's
doing
right.
some things, which seems interesting. I guess it's their next next probably big spinoff
Yeah.
series. So we'll see how that goes on the Switch because I think technically that'll be the first Switch 2 exclusive Pokemon game
Oh,
coming
interesting.
out.
Okay.
So we got that. We already know they're gonna do some TCG, like some Pokemon TCG, like special 30th year anniversary set. I'm sure they're gonna
Yeah.
also do something similar to that on the digital front with Pokemon TCG Pocket. So
Yep.
um,
Yep.
they gave us a few little like a few things to look at so far. But to be honest with you, man, I think the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is obviously Gen 10 to see
Yeah.
what they're actually going to do. And right
Same.
before Gen 10, Pokemon Champions, which is
Yep.
now going to be the new competitive hub for not even just VGC, but just Pokemon battling in general. And I know you and I have had side conversations about that, trying to see what that's going to look like. Um, but yeah, I think though, and that's not going to be the only thing that they're going to do clearly, but I think that's kind of, those are like the big things. I'm thinking Champions, Gen 10, and also whatever they're going to do on the TCG side, since that's where you and I both live. What you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, I think that those are all things that I'm anticipating. I'm very excited for the Gen 10 reveal just to see kind of what we're getting, what some of these new Pokemon look like.
Yeah.
I still would love, for me, the ideal Gen 10 is actually not a new gen. It's really like a sequel to maybe
Mhm.
some of the older games,
Yeah.
maybe a cancel sequel where you go to two, maybe even three regions. Right? They did two regions before, way back in gold and silver.
Those were the fun
It'd be
days.
cool if they did three regions for a game now, where you're able to really explore the world that they built up. Because I'd say that's one of the shortcomings of the games
Hmm.
is that there's not really that connectivity. I think gosh, I can't even remember what the most recent game is. What's it called? Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
The Blueberry Academy, from what I understand, might be in like another region or something. I
Yeah.
forget
It's
there's
a, it's
people.
in it's based in Unova.
Yeah, so like maybe we're gonna get a Unova sequel where we're able to travel to, um, gosh, what's the name of Scarlet and Violet?
Paldea, bro.
Paldea. Yo, I'm fried. It's been a long day at work, but
Hey, I get it, bro.
that would be really smart for them because it's like they wouldn't have to do a lot of extra work. They already have the Paldea world built up in this new
Yeah,
style, and they could kind of port it over, but then add a lot of new exploration of it, but just reusing um, like the actual existing visuals that they made for Paldea. Because I know it's a tall order to like take one of their older games and update it to what we got in Paldea. I was really
right.
impressed with it. I mean, obviously the game had its performance issues here and there, but
Yeah.
visually it was really cool, and I would love to see that style for some of the older generations. So I'm just hoping we get something.
No, I feel you on that. I was kind of feeling that way back when during Gen 8 with Sword and Shield. I think it was pretty evident that we were going to get some form of a Gen 4 remake.
Yeah,
And I was really hoping that they were gonna make like Gen 4 in the like in the style of Gen 8 at the time, because obviously when they remade Ruby and Sapphire with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they made it in the same,
yep,
like they updated it to match X and Y.
yep.
So you were kind of hoping that they would do that, and then they did BDSP the way they did, and it was an epic fail to most fans because we were all
I
like,
did not like that game at all.
that was a waste. That was I don't say this often. That was a waste of money.
Yeah, legit.
Like from a gaming standpoint, because
And we
they should have just copied Platinum. They could have kept it the same style, just
Yeah,
copied Platinum. They would have been fine.
and
But
that
of course
that
they wouldn't.
that was hard for us too because that's the gen where we literally met in high school when that
Bro,
gen
we
was
bet in
out
Gen 4,
in
man.
Gen 4. So like for them to not do a good job on that remake, that was a personal blow for sure.
Oh man, and we talked about reasons like among all the generations, like Gen 4 and Gen 3 are like my favorite generations to play over and over again.
Yep. Yep.
So for them to not give us like a proper remake disappointed the heck out of me. So
Yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers that, because I don't think Gen 10 is going to be multiple regions, but what I'm hoping is that based off of the track record, we should expect Gen 5 to get a remake in this
Yeah.
generation. So
Yeah.
I hope they do that right
They
and
have to. They
don't go and do what they did with BDSP. That was an epic fail. I
Yeah.
think sales, they did sell well, but as Pokemon, and at the time now these days, Pokemon's going to sell. But I know the feedback had to have destroyed them, and like, no,
Yeah.
this is bad.
Please don't do that again.
So yeah, so maybe you get surprised and they come out and they say, "Hey, Gen 10, we're going to Kanto, Johto, Hoenn." But you never know.
Dude, if they do that, I'm game. I'm game. And I guess sorry, my brain is going all over the place, but I was thinking about another thing that's been announced that I think it's technically kind of part of this 30th year anniversary is the Lego sets. They have the Lego collaboration.
Yeah.
Those sets look dope. They are way too expensive for me to get. I am not paying that, but
Bro,
the
you want to
the
know what's
concept
crazy?
is crazy.
Yeah, you want to know what's crazy? I saw that and I was like, "Yo, that's expensive." And obviously, because of the issue that we're dealing right now with the Pokemon TCG and just like the shortage of product and the scalpers and stuff like that, you had people looking at this. I'm like, "This is super expensive. This is unaffordable." And based off of what I looked online, people was like, "Nah, this is cheap for Lego."
Apparently,
Like people
yeah.
who are into Legos, like, no, this is a very, very like affordable set in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Legos. And I was like, that makes sense,
Yeah.
but that's still too expensive.
And
Because I think like the Charizard, Venusaur, a Blastoise set was like $600 something dollars.
Yeah, exactly. 600. Yeah.
And then they had like the individual, like I think they had what Pikachu and the Pokeball was like 100 something. Then like they had an Eevee one that was maybe 60 or something. But
Yeah.
that, I mean, they look real dope,
They do.
but look, you and I are spending a lot of our money on the TCG, so it's like I don't think we got the extra money to go get some Lego sets.
Nah, I can't do it right. And I love like growing up, Lego was my favorite.
Oh,
toy,
absolutely.
So, I mean, I played Lego for a year. I played Lego even through high school. I would sometimes build stuff just for fun. So like it's dope to see it, but
Hey, man.
unfortunately, I cannot take part in this in this.
It is. Yeah, I think just to add on to that, I think that's another prediction to think about. I think that they're going to have a lot of other promotions coming about with, other big names like Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think that I think this can't be the first time Pokemon Lego done something together. Both are too big to not have done
I
something
actually think
together.
it is, from what I
But this is
understand.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I expect us to see more things like this come up, like more kind of crossing different areas and stuff. I don't know what that's going to be. And I bet you we're going to get some revealed on Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
But that's something that I expect. Now, what that looks like, don't know. Is it something I'm going to spend money on? I don't know.
I think in the past, I feel like they did a Puma collab or something.
They
Like I think they
did.
had a
They
shoe.
did. They did like a Puma collab shoe with Mewtwo, and
I
I
think
think I
so.
saw a video like you open the box and it plays a scene from Pokemon the first movie. I was
That's
like, yo,
insane.
that's insane. That's dope. But I'm like,
Yeah.
most people are not going to be able to get that. Not even just affordability. It's just that's probably very limited. You
Yeah.
have to get lucky to get something like that. So yeah, they're 1,000% going to have something like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
But real quick, I just thought about something going back to you were talking about like having a game where we go to multiple regions. I think they were talking about in like the big like Terra leak that happened from with Game Freak. Apparently, they said there was a possible project that was gonna be like an MMO where you
Hmm.
did go to multiple regions. I think it was supposed to be the first four, like Kanto, Johto, and Sinnoh in like an MMO
Woo!
format.
That'd be
Now
perfect.
I don't know if that's still happening. I think they said it was like kind of dated for like 2028, 2029 time.
Hmm.
But if they actually stick with that, that would be a pretty cool thing. Now that I don't see that that's obviously not happening this year.
Yeah.
But that's probably like just giving you a little bit of hope of maybe down the road that we
Yeah.
get that game where we could go back to multiple regions because there's like for example, like I think like Kalos, like the fact that Kalos is based off of France and then you got like Galar based off of like the UK, like and they're so close, you would have thought, yo, cross those generations together, like
Yeah.
have us DLC go to a region. Maybe they give us a DLC where we go to another region, but I think that would be real cool if they did something like that. So maybe for DLC down the road, who knows? But knowing them, they're probably going to reveal the way they've been doing. They've been revealing the DLC for these games before they even come out.
Yeah.
Like the
It's so
ZA,
fast.
the ZA stuff was revealed before it came out. So who knows? We get to like because this game is probably coming out in October, November time. Once we get to September, they're like, all right, we got the DLC coming for y'all already in summer of 2027. We're like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, it would sell like crazy too for the OG fans. So I
Oh,
hope they do it, man.
I really no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one too, man.
Yeah.
I just yeah, man. I think there's we have a lot of good things that are definitely going to be coming their way. I don't know if you have any other things you think of that, might be that you might think will pop up for the 30th anniversary that we haven't talked about yet, or do you think that these are all your ideas for now? Because we're
I
going to
think
get a lot of information on Pokemon
yeah.
Day.
I think you're right. Like I think it's at the end of the day, it's gonna be a game. There's gonna be a couple collabs. There's gonna be the new TCG set. I hope we get to see some previews for what those Pokemon are gonna be highlighted in the
Oh
30th
man,
anniversary set. That's gonna go crazy. I hope they
absolutely.
actually print stuff because I hope they did what they did with the Charizard UPC for the
Just
next
print
set
like
because the UPCs were around for a good minute. Part of it's
and they're still around, man.
yeah.
Because if you think about it, they just came out. They are not
Yeah.
that old.
No, they're not. And
So they're
like
gonna
part of it's the price point for sure.
yeah.
But if they can just print to demand, like there's 18 packs in there, right? That's like at least 2 ETBs. So let's say if they double the printing that they did for this 30th anniversary, hopefully people are going to be able to access it. I mean, we're still having trouble getting Ascended Heroes right now, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So like, my big thing is just like I just want them to announce that they are actually like. I know that they bought the new facility to do more
Yeah,
printing, but like,
they've been like buying some like because I know they bought that new I forgot what the name of it, that printing facility, and then they also recently um bought this company that is very heavily involved in distribution for a lot of retailers, including like
okay,
Walmart and Targets and stuff. So
okay,
I think it's gonna be like it sounded like people are excited because I think they think Pokemon's gonna be more involved in the distribution of product. So I think it'll be
mm,
evenly distributed because right now, as we see, like we just had our situation with the ETBs for Ascendant Heroes. I went to one Target, they had nothing. You went to
yep,
one Target, they had the ETBs and other stuff.
yep,
So, I think they might have more control over distribution and to make sure like stores get fair amount of quantity so more people can get it. Because at this point, it's like kind of a guessing game. Pick a
for
store
sure.
and hope you get lucky.
Yeah, literally, literally.
So So hopefully with them going to this year, knowing that it's a big year and knowing how things kind of went insane when we hit enter 2025, hopefully they'll have printing up the capacity, especially when they have all these like 30th year anniversary stuff going on, especially with the TCG. Hopefully they'll be able to. They're probably never going to be able to meet demand because of how popular Pokemon is, but hopefully they'll be able to do enough that we don't feel too hurt and that we can actually, I may not have found it this time, but then the next time I go into the store, I'm able to find something, or they have multiple drops on the Pokemon Center website and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as like the average fan can at least get their hand on product and like, some people be opening up a lot. I be seeing some of the big YouTube creators. They be opening up a ton of product. I'm like, how do y'all get this? I know they're probably just paying for it.
It kind of depends. It's like either they're paying for it or they also have a lot of like some of them have their own online stores, so they have distributors, so they get access to.
That's true.
And I know some of them rip them to like, I'm gonna rip and I'm gonna give them away, but then also like the same. So some of them I give pass to, but I do agree. There's a lot of people there. I'm like, hey, people can afford it. And they got disposable income. They're probably gonna throw it out there and be like, hey, let me get this.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, I just hope it's at a point where like people are able to get enough stuff. Because it sucks. I'd be going into Target talking to random people like, yeah, I haven't been able to get any product for this set or this set or this. So it's like, dang, like I feel blessed. Like I've been pretty good at being able to get stuff. Do I get as much as I want always? Definitely not. But like still able to at least open stuff and at least have a decent experience with most of the current sets. So
yeah, we got back into the cars before it blew up. It got to the point that it is. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the reason. See, this is the reason why I was like, Barbie's like, man, I was like, hey, man, we got to get back into the video games now. Because right now,
it's the only cars,
it's a struggle right now.
Yeah, legit. There's always going to be enough digital copies of a video game to go around. So.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. I'm like, you buy a game one time, you should pretty much be good.
You're good to go. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I can't think, going back to the 30th, I can't think of anything else beyond some of the things that we pointed out. It's hard to get specifics, so I'm not going to sit here and guess. What brand is Pokemon going to collab with next? I don't know. It's going to be some big ones, and we're going to keep seeing it. They literally had a random commercial during the Super Bowl.
I actually missed that, so dang.
Yes. No, they actually did that, and they were actually like, it just had a bunch of celebrities and say, who's your favorite Pokemon? And I think Lady Gaga was like Jigglypuff and a bunch of other ones, and they were like, hey, hashtag your favorite Pokemon or something like that. And I think it was something that you would do with Pokemon Go and stuff. So, I mean, it was cool, but I think it was giving people heads up. It was like, hey, this year is we about to have some stuff going on. But yeah, so I hope that, I think it's safe to assume we're going to get Gen 10 revealed on Pokemon Day. We're probably going to get they have to give the release day of Champions because that's going to be what is going to be used for the World Championship. They got to get the game out.
Yes.
So I'm sure we'll get a lot of information like that. And because they've been doing little announcements like the Fire Red League Green and stuff like right now, I think it's making it that they can spend majority of the time on these big announcements that I know they're going to have. I think it's going to be definitely around the games, but also the TCG, and I'm excited to see what's going. But anyways, I know that you and I can literally sit here for hours and keep going. But I think it'll probably, I think it might be safe to be like, you know what, let's see what happens on Pokemon Day. And then we'll come back here and we'll talk about what they revealed.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We'll talk about the new starters and like which one you going for.
Ooh, I mean, it's gonna be fire at the end of unless it looks ridiculous. Because I did go with Quaxley this gen, which I will say I do regret because I ended up loving Fuecoco, but I do like Quaxley. I do like Quaquaval. He was a little funny duck. So they've done a good job with the starters. I'm excited to see what they do. But yeah, I'd say I think we're good on this topic. A couple things upcoming. I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Fire Red that I'm going to definitely record and cut up on the channel. I'm going to do a Cinnabar Island Bros style playthrough. I'm going to have a couple interesting rules. Definitely going to be a lot of fire type attacks during this playthrough. And then, we got a couple other topics we're going to be talking about in the next couple of videos, talking about the TCG. There's some speculation we want to do. But, man, I'm just excited. At the end of the day, 30 years, we're celebrating a phenomenal IP that's brought us a lot of joy. I mean, for us, it was like the start of our friendship in a lot of ways. Literally. So, it's a celebration, man. It's a celebration.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm happy that, we got, literally 72 hours from this moment, we'll know exactly what they reveal in Pokemon Day, which is going to be very exciting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But nah, like you said, you gave the people like some of our upcoming things that we got coming up. So I like to just tell everyone thank you for taking the time. I think it was like 20 to 25 minutes of your day to listen to what we have to talk about here. And like, please share your thoughts in the comments about what you think is going to get revealed for the 30th anniversary. And you could talk about it after we have Pokemon Day because they're probably not going to reveal everything on Pokemon Day.
No.
What's going to happen. They're going to have things rolling throughout the entire year and stuff
Yeah.
like that and having events and everything. So please share your thoughts. And also, please subscribe and like join us here on Cinnabar Island as we're going to talk about so many things Pokemon related, especially from the TCG and the video game aspect. And yeah, I think that's it for us today, man. Until the next video, we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace out.